Hello and welcome back to the brand new Electrolux Z504. So we saw me unbox it before, get everything out and just see what was there. Beautiful, immaculate machine. I've spent probably a good hour just cleaning everything. So wiped it all over with a damp cloth and a little bit of Brasso on the metal here just to get rid of any sort of scuffs. On the base of the machine there was a bit of muck around the edges here, but again a little bit of Brasso got rid of that. But other than that, it's so shiny. I've not had to polish it or anything. It's beautiful. And the sides all clean. I don't know if you can hear, there's something rattling around. I'm not quite sure where that is. So that's going to need some kind of investigation at some point, but I won't do that now. I've also cleaned the cable, because the cable was a bit mucky, just from dust from storage in an attic, I would think. It's got the smell of like Christmas decorations. You know, if you keep your Christmas decorations in the loft, it's got that kind of smell of Christmas. So I put a nice MK plug on it. It's a bit later, it's got insulated pins. Now, one thing I forgot to tell you on part one was what year this was from. So it's a bit awkward with these 500 series to actually get the camera in to film the rating plate. So once I'd stopped, I just lowered it down, had a look, and it's a bit later than I thought. So I was thinking it might have been perhaps late 79. It's actually 40th week of 1980. So I think that's about the beginning of October. So it's going to be 45 this year. So she's 44 at the minute, going on 45. And I think she's doing pretty well on it. Younger than me, but not by much. Okay, so plugs on. I haven't plugged it in yet, just to see if this is wired up properly, and then also to switch it on. It's going to have an old belt on it that's probably a bit too stretched, so I have the spare one, or one of the spare ones here, so we can put that on. But I'm going to just plug this in and we'll see whether we get the light come on. Can we see that there? Yeah, we can. There we are. So keep your fingers crossed that the light comes on. Whoops, I hope if I didn't drop the plug. Right, here we go. And it's on, hooray! So we've got power coming to the machine. So I'm going to attempt to turn it on. Now, a couple of things could happen. Firstly, it might not work at all. Secondly, it might work fine. Thirdly, it might work and we might get a puff of smoke from the 44-year-old suppressor that's in the motor. We'll see. I'll brave it, I'll chance it. If it does go, it's just smell, and I can run it outside tomorrow, get rid of the smell, and then at some point in the future open it up and take it off. But yeah, we'll risk it, we'll be brave. So come on then, let's see what we've got. Oh, fingers crossed. I'm so excited by this, honestly. Here we go. I'll just lift it up so it doesn't touch the carpet. Oh. Oh my word. That is incredible. So no kind of sense of anything being dry, any kind of wear and tear or anything like that on that motor. That sounds wonderful. Obviously we've not engaged the brush roller, this is just the motor running. Oh, well done, Luton. Well done, people in that factory at Luton. Well done, Electrolux, because that is ridiculously impressive. That being 44 and it sounding just as new as it would have done the first time it had been turned on, perhaps as a test in the factory. I don't really know much about the process of what they went through. Would they have switched them all on just to check? I guess they'd have had to. So let's move these out of the way. Let's just try it with the dodgy belt. Well, it's not dodgy belt, old belt, and just see if it sounds horrendous. Remember, we've got beta bars on this as well, so there might be a bit of a growl anyway. So let's see. I'll put the thing down first. Here we go. So yeah, you can tell that that belt is loose because it's not really doing much. So let's get the screwdriver, let's get the spare belt, and we'll open up the bottom. I'll just pause you just while I turn this over, and I'll bring the camera down a bit further. Unplugged, of course, just for safety, because it does say you're not meant to have it plugged in. Now, the instruction book says that you should lay it this way to get this off. I never do that. I tend to turn it round so that the rear is facing forward, and then depress the pedal, and then lay it down like this. Now, just gonna make sure that you can see. And you watch, I'll make a pig's ear of this because I haven't normally done this on camera before. So off you come, Mr. Label. Oop, there we go. That's fine, that's tight enough. Oh, first person since the factory to open these. Come on. Thinking, should I have heated them up before I did? No, it should be all right. Just a little, yeah, there we go. Ta-da. And this one. Be good to me. There we go. See, the thing with this underside here and this plate, the screws don't go straight into plastic. There's actually brass fixings or brass housings receiving the screw, whatever you call that. Ooh, that's a bit stuck. There we go. Yeah, you can see the indentation on here where that's been in for so long. Oh, look at it, pristine. And that feels a bit, not sticky, I don't know what the word is, but as they get older, these hoses deteriorate a bit and they're quite smooth. This isn't smooth, it's not sticky like it's melted, it's got just a tackiness to it. I bet that, yeah, that won't move. So let's get our screwdriver to that. Oh yeah, you can hear that's never been done. Oh, well, that, yeah, perfect. Put my finger in there to ease it out. There, it's got that bit of tape on it. When I restore the older ones, I'd just rip that off. But this, because it's still intact and it's quite sticky on the back, I'm going to leave that. Yeah, that's so clean, ridiculous. It's such a treat, you know, to see this. And now, because I'm recording this, I've got this on record forever. Look how shiny. And all the seals are immaculate and everything. It's just, yeah, wonderful. Oh, what's that? How was that? Is that what I could hear rattling around? Oh, maybe it was this. So when I tip the machine up, you could hear something rattling around. I wonder if it is that. In fact, let's try it. If I just, oops. Yeah, that's fine. That's answered a query then. So that rattling around, oh, put you back now. There we go. The rattling around was this. So there's something in there that, yeah, maybe that was loose already, but not loose enough to take off, but too loose to not rattle. Okay, here we go. Let's try and eke this out. Let's do it from this side first. I'll have to do it from behind so you can see. Right, bearing 1. Oop, there we go. Bearing 2. Let's eke that off. Ooh, I don't want to take the bearings off, really. Look at that. Immaculate. Let's put you there for a minute. And stick my fingers in. And these are always awkward because you have to, let me do it with the other belt. You have to make this go flat against the wall and then tuck it over so that it hooks onto the spindle. But you know all that. Difficult doing it back to front. Let me just get my finger in. There we go. Oh yeah, look. Although it's not too bad. Can you see? The lights. It's because I've got a dark top on. There you go, look. That's had some stretching. I'll keep it as a memento. Normally I just snip them in half and chuck them, but I'm going to keep that as a little memento. Can we see into there? No, I don't think the light's good enough. The spindle, it's got no wear on it and it's smooth, shiny. I have seen later models, things like 560, that have got a ceramic spindle. I think my 502S has got a ceramic spindle. So I'm not quite sure the reason for them changing that. Maybe over time these wore down or they got rusty or something, possibly. But okay, don't laugh as I do this, and I'll try not to swear. I'm actually, the hyperactiveness that I was feeling earlier has calmed down a bit. I think because I'm quite tired because I was up at about 4:45 this morning. I couldn't sleep because I was too excited because I know I was going to fetch this. Oh, come on. Is it on? Yeah, there we go. So you can see that's really tight because it hardly comes forward at all. So let's get our little roller. Scoot that through. Come on. So if this was an old vacuum, I would be pulling at it and, not really worrying too much. But because this is brand new, it's like I don't want to bang it in any way that's not correct because I don't want any sort of marks on it. Right, that is really tight. So come on, be nice to me. Let's turn it sideways a bit and move you to there. That's better. Then I can do it and not be on the camera. Oop. Are we in? Oh, look, that rubber's come away. I wonder if it's just because of its age. I think it should be all right. I think it should be fine. I think that's on okay. Yeah, it's really tight. I think that's fine. We'll see. We'll soon know because we'll have a funny noise when we switch it on. Let's put you back to there. I mean, you've seen all this kind of thing before. It's like teaching you how to suck eggs, but it's just for completeness sake. There we go. Slide that back up and then I'll tighten it again. My finger there. Yeah, that's better. Just do a little bit more. Yeah, I can hear that. There must be a washer or something in that that's a bit loose. Right, are we back on? Ooh, muck off my floor. Muck off the floor on these immaculate wheels. Come on, there we go. Are you on? I think so. Right, screw 1, screw 2. There, that's tight. So let me go and plug this back in and we'll see if it spins. Oh, ow. Right, are you ready? Okay. Now, because if you noticed, I was saying about the bearing, the rubber around the bearing itself came off. So I might have to swap that. I have got a brand new bearing in the garage actually. So if it sounds a bit funny, it's no problem. We can just switch that over, see how we get on. But I'm gonna just pop this up and then move the camera and then we'll give it a go. There we go, she's upright now. So let's just see how it sounds. Yeah. Keep your fingers crossed. Oh, that's better. Let's try the whistle. Yay! Excellent. Perfect. It's got a really nice sort of plasticky smell. I'm trying to think what it reminds me of. You'll know it yourselves if you ever have a new kettle or any other new vacuum cleaner or anything like that. There's a smell of the plastic sort of wearing itself in. So, success. And you can really feel it pulling at the carpet as well, which is good. Just in that nice quiet hum. Because we know from seeing other examples of these, the older they get, the more worn the brushes and the brush rollers get and everything like that. They get quite noisy. So this is very, very quiet. So it would have been ideal back in the day. Anyway, I've cleaned up the tools and everything. Can you see? Sorry about the light. I was too late for daylight, so it's getting dark and it's rapidly fading. But we have got lamps and things on. That sort of browny dust thing, most of it's gone. It's a little bit discoloured, but it's not too bad. I will have another go at that when I've got more time. But the handle's all clean. It just needed a wipe. The little mark on there's still there, but it's not the end of the world. The tools, perfect. All the muck's come off. And like I say, this has cleaned up immaculately. So I'm going to plug this in just to see how well it fits. Oop. I don't want to twist it anymore because I've done it on one of my machines, and as I twisted it to where it should go, I could hear some plastic cracking, so I do not want to do that to this. I think it should be okay. Just lift the height thing up and then turn it on. Oh look, it sets the whistle off. See that? That is so much better having the crush-proof hose that's got no leaks in it whatsoever, And as much as I love the look of woven hoses, they do deteriorate over time. This hasn't at all. And the suction was really strong. This is more than adequate for doing stairs, curtains. Well, probably might be a bit too strong for curtains, frankly. Your sofas, all in the corners, you know, cobwebs and all that kind of thing. Doing your car, it would have been completely adequate. So no quibbles on that. 420, was it 425 or 450 watt motor? I can't remember. Tell you what, we'll see if we can have a look at the rating. I can't really show it to you because it's such an awkward place that it's in. Yeah, the trouble is, rest it on my knee, whether I don't know if the camera even picks that up. Yeah, can you see this plate here? That's where it is. How the hell I get that right up to the camera, I don't know, because you won't, yeah, you can't get in to read it. And I'm very, very blind. I think it might actually be 450, yeah, 450 watts. 450 watt motor from the 40th week of 1980. So there we go. So she works. She's clean. She's got a new belt, fresh bag. All that helps. You know, fresh bag, fresh belt makes even the the scratchiest of old vacuums work a lot better. So yeah, there you go. Part 2. Managed to get her working, and then at some point in the coming days or weeks, when I've got over the shock and the excitement, I'll be stroking this all night. You do realise this. It's like, it's not going to leave my side. I won't want to leave the house. I'll have to work from home for the next few weeks just so I can have this next to me. But yeah, in the future, I'll come back and we'll do a bit more of any use demo, and we'll put the tools in and, you know, do all that kind of thing. I think if there's anything else to say about it, really. It's just, it's so worth paying that little bit extra, because this is very, very rare to get a vacuum of this age not used and in such good condition. Because I've seen other people before, they've picked up cylinders and things, but they have actually been used and they're sold as if they weren't, or they might not have been used, but they've been badly treated, like the box has been dropped or something else has got into it, or it's got wet and you've got the metal parts that have rusted and that kind of thing. But this, no, it's beautiful, pristine. Oh, I love it so much. I'm trying. You see, I'm fairly calm, aren't I? I'm not hyperactive like I was when I was driving home in the car. It was quite embarrassing. Somebody that's 46 screaming like a little child. Yes. So we'll try. In fact, what we'll try and do is, when I do show this again, I'll try and make sure it's a sunny day so that you can appreciate the shiny yellowness of it. Because I don't think these lamps do it much justice. And what are we? Early February, like every day is grey. So we've got some sunshine, courtesy of the 504. But yeah, I'm over the moon. And in fact, she sounds so good. She doesn't even sound that growly when the beta bars are engaged. It's just incredible. So yeah, I shall see you again pretty soon, and you'll see her put through her paces.